Today, we're answering the very important question, what is in a box of Moonrise, the hot new set of Elestrals? Or, I guess I should more accurately say, what's in 12 boxes of Moonrise? Because we have 2 whole cases we have cracked open today to average out the numbers and figure out what are the hit rates and do they line up with expectations. We know the numbers from the original Kickstarter, that holos should be about 1 out of 3. Full art should be about 1 per box. Stellar should be about 1 in 10 boxes. So the question is, especially with some of the history of issues like Frostfall, how is the opening experience and consistency of rates and randomization of cards? Well, we're going to answer all of those questions today. If you are short on time, I'm not going to hold you hostage. Let me summarize as follows. The 1 in 3 for getting a holo out of packs, very consistent. You're going to get 12 holos out of one of these 36 pack boxes. You're going to get yourself 1 full art and 1 holo spirit. In Frostfall, there was some risk of getting a box that did not have a full art. I had seen people in Daybreak open boxes with 2 full arts, so the odds have kind of swung back and forth there. Based on my 12 box opening experience, I gotta say things were pretty consistent. Let's watch some sped up clips of ripping open all these boxes with the wifey and then talk about the numbers in a little more detail. It's white instead of purple. So, okay, our first Stellar of the poll, that's great.
I win.
You do win. 4 Stellars, 2 of them serialized out of the 12 boxes. That was a fantastic opening. Super lovely. Now, the first thing, let's talk about the opening experience. Did I notice anything bad or strange or interesting while opening the boxes? Now the answer is no. Things felt pretty well randomized. I'm not sure if it was obvious in the time-lapse video, but we were actually stacking up the holos in such a way that after the fact I could thumb through and review if we were getting any clustering of the holographic cards. And the answer was no. Things felt pretty randomized. I will say it did feel like there was a little bit of clustering on the commons, that you would see a pack and it would have kind of the same set of commons in it. Given how many commons you're going to get, I don't think that was really a problem. Where randomization mattered, such as the rares and holos that you're only going to get so many of per box, I did not see any serious clustering. So the experience of opening was good. Let's talk about numbers. Now, let's start by talking about normal rares. In the normal canvas, both holographic and not holographic. Like I referenced earlier in the video, you're going to get a really consistent 12 normal holographic rares out of an individual box. And because it's 1 in 3, you're going to get twice as many rares. Those numbers bear out pretty well in terms of the cards rates I got. On average, out of the 12 boxes, I got about 8 of each holographic rare. So out of the 12 boxes, an average of 8 of each of the holographic rares. That means to see a holographic rare at least once, you're probably going to have to open 2 boxes, because that is a less than 1 per box average, which makes sense because, you know, you're only going to get 12 of these per box, and there's a fair number of holographics to pull from. The rares are about double of that. I got about 15 and a half, so we can round up to say 16. I got about 16 of each non-holographic rare on average. So, you know, you're going to get about 1 per box with a couple of duplicates in there, which, again, makes sense based on the rates we'd expect. Now let's talk about box toppers, because I've got a moose, 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 and a full Gorix and a couple of Eclipse. It really felt like the box toppers were a bit clustered. If I was going to say anything about the box opening experience was negative, it was the massive amount of Moose. Now here's the thing. The amount of Moose I pulled is a 5% chance. So it's not like some kind of statistical anomaly. But based on talking to some other people on Discord and what their pull rates were, it seems like people have experienced some clustering. But that might just be because I stole literally all of the Moose box toppers, and now everyone is getting clusters of not Moose box toppers because they were all here. I don't think the box topper clustering is a huge problem, though, because, well, you're either opening enough boxes, like me, that it doesn't matter, or you're opening so few boxes where, again, it doesn't matter. The statistics aren't going to bear out. So I think it is fine that the one kind of seemingly clustered thing is the box toppers, because the full arts seem to be spot on. With the full arts, I did get some duplicates like Artemis, and I did get 2 more Moose. The Moose loves me. I don't know what it is. I'm a fan of Moose, apparently. I got a full art Ambrosia, got an Titan. I got a good variety of the full art cards here. Got some Eclipse in there. It is good stuff. Obviously, I got 1 per box. There are, I believe, 14 full art cards, so even in 2 cases, the probability of getting them all is 0. And yes, I got a couple of duplicates, but that is actually a good thing in my opinion. If I had gotten a different full art from each of these boxes, then we might be in a place where they're not actually randomized, they're mapped out, which can actually be really bad, because that means if there is kind of an order to the full arts in the boxes, someone could theoretically open 1 box in a case, figure out if it is a case that's going to contain the full art they want, like Ambrosia or Tsunami, which are going to be staple full arts that are probably expensive, and then have a good shot of opening up the boxes that are going to have those hit cards and then sell off the rest. So the fact I have duplicates is actually a really good sign to me. You would expect some duplicates in there. I got a beautiful full art Blizztrix if it was truly randomized. So a couple of duplicates, a lot of different variety though. Not so many duplicates that it felt bad. Only, doubled up on the Posthumous, doubled up on the Artemis, got a beautiful carry-off. So lots of goodness in there. Now for the really big hits. 2 reverse stellars, a full moon, and a Voldusk. Arguably, probably 2 of the nicest reverse stellars in the set. That's super exciting. And a serialized Snowlit and Ardbud. Now, the numbers I got kind of snooping around expectation-wise were there's probably about 1 reverse stellar per case and about 1 serial out of 10 boxes. I seem to have gotten lucky here. Seeing other people's numbers they've posted on Discord, it does sound like the 1 per case on the reverse stellar is consistent, and the serial stellar seem to be about 1 in 2 cases have it, which would be more like 1 out of 12, so it's somewhere in the 1 out of 10, 1 out of 12 range. I would not expect a serial in every case like I got. Now, an important question is...
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
No. Now, a really important question is, do the extra hits, like a reverse stellar, replace another hit in a box? And the answer is no. In every box, I got a stellar. I also got my full art and my hollow spirit. I believe in Daybreak, I think full arts, no, it wasn't full arts. I think regular hollows got replaced with stellars or something like that, but I got all 12 hollows, my full art, and my spirit every single time I hit one of these stellars. So these lucky boxes just have extra hits in them. It's all good stuff. So to close up, opening Moonrise was a wonderful experience. Box toppers aside, I think they've really nailed out the quality and randomization as of this set. The cards feel so amazing compared to Frostfall. Having handled some Frostfall cards recently and going back to handling these, they just They're luxurious. I need everything reprinted in Shattered Stars over the next year so I can just not have any of the old card stock anymore. The card quality is amazing. The randomization is great. The opening experience was lovely. You should get out there and get some of your own Moonrise. And I look forward to seeing you play some games. Maybe go join a Premier tournament and we'll clash. Have a good one. Happy clashing, and I hope to see you around.